All right. So we're living in a society where it's uncool to have religion. It's uncool to have a God. It's uncool to believe in this and believe in that. And it's where a bunch of people start to look over the science and whatever and whatnot. But the truth is, if you reject God, if you reject religion, then you have become a failed society. You become something man-made. You become egotistical. You become prideful. And you lose that sense of centeredness that the world once had. Back when we were in World War II, we had strong Christian men and we had strong Christian values, right? And so when we had that, it was just such a beautiful thing. But nowadays, the white Christian males are being attacked. They're claimed as misogynist, stupid, outdated. We don't need you anymore. But those were the men who built America. Those skyscrapers you see, those were built by white Christian men. Now I'm Muslim, and for me to say like I'm hiring up, like I'm hyping up Christianity, because the truth is, no matter what religion you are, as long as you have one, it's better than not having one. Because in a world full of degeneracy, it's easy to fall into a rut where you don't have religion and you don't have a sense of purpose, you don't have a God. And when you don't have that in a world, your life becomes meaningless. Everything you do becomes meaningless. Having a God, having religion helps that. You lose hope. It gives you that hope. Now, let me tell you a quick story. Back then I was with this girl, and she wanted to be with another dude, so I broke up with her because obviously she had feelings for another dude, and I said, like, if you want to pursue it, go on ahead, like, you know. And then she did, and that broke me, right? And then I remember that time where it got me closer to religion. Back then I used to be a degenerate. I was like saying, why do we need to believe in God? I don't need God. I don't need this. I don't need God. God is not real. God is not that. Blah 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 whatnot. I was just talking about like some dumb stuff. Because it was embedded in my head, a degenerate brain, where in a world full of degeneracy, all around me was degeneracy. And so what people were saying is, don't find a God, don't believe in that. You lose power in doing that, whatever, whatever. And the people that were telling me these things are the peoples who didn't truly have and found themselves. But the people who were smiling, who were happy, who truly knew the purpose in life and actually had a smile on their face every single day were the ones who had religion. And so let me get back into that story. When I found out that I had to let her go, I fell down to my knees and I started praying. There was a gut feeling inside of me where I had this gut feeling saying to myself, this really hurts. I broke my arm. Literally, I broke my arm. And I was like, I was sobbing in tears. Like, this pain hurt. Because if you give your all to a person and it ends up not being enough, that hurts. You must know that feeling. If you don't, then you're gonna feel it, right? You give your all and it's not enough. And so then what happens? I fell down into my knees. I started crying really hard. And I just prayed to God. I was like saying, please make the pain stop. And so you could say, oh, it's psychological. It's psychological. Like, the pain went away because you told it to stop to go away. No. You, and if it is though, if it works, why not try it out? You can follow all the social norms of what other people, the Western world has told you. Become red pill or become this and become that. Become the best you can be. Bang a lot of women, be degenerate. Smoke a lot of weed, smoke a lot of cigars, drink a lot of booze. Go crazy, go party. Don't pray to a God. A God makes you weak. You can listen to all those people who are telling you those things. But I'm telling you that those people are the people that in the end they will realize that what they have done has been a total waste of time. You can improve yourself and you can higher up your value 10 times more than the average degenerate man. Let's say the average degenerate man, right? He's going to the gym, he's making that dough, right? And so once he's doing that, he's gonna be distracted. Let's use Conor and Khabib as a example. Conor, right? He was out partying, he was drinking, flaunting his money, going to clubs, right? But what was Khabib doing during the training of their fight? Khabib was praying. Khabib was with his family. Khabib was training and training and training. And so when you have that sense of purpose, when you have that sense of religion and God inside of you, you don't need materialistic things. You don't need consumerism to make you happy. You be grateful for what you have. Religion teaches you how to have gratitude, how to have humility. And so there's this talking or saying about there's a difference between being good at being a man and being a good man. Being a good man is having, like, necessarily being a nice person, right? And being good at being a man is like your sense of survivalness, right? Like how much you can help the tribe survive, like how strong you are, how courageous you are, how basically how good you are, right? At making the tribe survive, like what you give the tribe, right? And so there's this thing where people are forgetting, like they only care about being good at being a man, but they're not caring about being a good man. And so people think that being a good man makes you weak. But you can be a good man and you could be good at being a man at the same time. There are many examples of this. Miyamoto Musashi. I don't know. I don't know if what is this called? If fighting random people, dueling people is a good man, because he'd be killing people. But what I mean by that, like being a good man, is like, he don't go to random places and he killed them randomly. He had like a sense of purpose towards what he was trying to do. You know what I mean? For example, if I were to be good at being a man, right? I make millions. I make this and that. I got a good physique. I can beat people up. I can conquer the world and whatnot, right? I see a kid with a wallet. I grab his wallet and I steal it from him, right? But if I add on to that, being a good man, I give that kid more money into his wallet, and then I help that kid. And so that makes me being good at being a man and also being a good man. And religion helps you with being a good man. Me personally, I know I'm not in the best state of where I can be. I know I can improve myself, and I can clarify that with myself, right? And you should do that too. Like, you should also accept that you are not the best that you can be, and we're growing every single day, becoming what we can be every single day. And that's just part of life. Don't feel down, don't feel bad that you're not where you are at, or you're not where you want to be. That's why we're living, to improve ourselves. God put us here to improve ourselves, to learn, to give value, to have purpose, not to waste time and be a degenerate. And so if you want to give into the degeneracy of the world and reject God, reject literally, you really believe that science created this, the Big Bang Theory, something divine, something greater has created us. It's your choice if you want to live a life full of pleasure. But remember, pleasure is not the answer. That's enough for me. See you. Have a good rest of your day.